guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you my grow space. So it's been a while since I've shown you this and a lot of people ask me to show the grow space. I have a playlist called my grow space, so check that out if you want to see when I've shown it before in the past. But in today's video I'm going to show you orchids that you guys haven't seen in a while. I'm going to give you updates on my vandas that I've repotted, my cattleyas that I've repotted, my orchid that I put in the Sphag and bag method, that's a rescue, so I'm going to show you that, and just in general my plans for the grow space. So let's jump right in. So here we are. This is where I grow the majority of my collection. Not everything is in here, but I'm going to show you things I haven't shown you in a long time. So I get a lot of questions about where I grow my orchids and stuff. I do have a playlist if you want to check it out that says my grow room, where I do updates like this quite frequently, but I'm going to take you shelf by shelf and show you what's going on. I'll show you some orchids that you guys haven't seen in a while. And I'll also share some future plans for the collection because I feel like a lot's been changing lately and I've been thinking a lot about my approach to growing. So let's go shelf by shelf and I'll show you what's going on. First of all, you guys know that I have a fan here. I have it running and oscillating across the room 24/7, so I never turn that off. I don't use a humidifier anymore. I may use it again, but what I end up doing is I end up misting the collection, and that seems to work pretty well. But I was thinking about adding a desk on this wall, and I don't know, I changed my mind because I added this rug here, and I'm on the fence about keeping the rug. Now, I don't get water on the rug much, but there are leaves and stuff that fall on it, and it's white, and it's a little bit messier than I expected, and I've had some pots fall because of this girl, and I've had to clean it up, so I don't know, I'm on the fence about keeping the rug. I may remove it and then put the desk here, and then I could start recording videos from here. I hear your comments, and I know you guys want to see my grow space a little bit more. But let's start with my Phalaenopsis orchids. So I have a lot that's in spike now because the temperatures have been a little bit cooler. I cracked the window. So my Phalaenopsis schilleriana right here has a spike. So I'm excited about this. It's growing really nicely. My G-House Pink Girl has 2 spikes, which is amazing. Right here, this is my Paphiopedilum Pinocchio. It hasn't bloomed in a while. It was in bloom sequentially for about a year, but it's taking a break now, but pushing out multiple fans. My Sogo Vivian has spikes coming in. You can't really see them. They're like on the other side. I don't want to move it, but it does have some spikes coming in. And then a lot of the others are kind of my summer blooming phals. This one is Aldibear's Queen. This one is pushing out a new leaf. Which one is this? Phalaenopsis speciosa. And then that in the back is my Sweet Memory, Leodoro. That one's growing nicely. It's got more spikes pushing out. This is one of my Tetraspis hybrids. So this one is C1 by Mr. Huang. I was thinking of doing a video on the Tetraspis types. This is the other Tetraspis over here. I got some blooms for my bloom update, you could see, but this one is making a ton of keikis. Oh, it's a baby maker. Moving down, I have some Oncidiums here. I need to do better with my Oncidiums. I am overwatering them, so like this one, you have some bulbs in the back that are rotted, so I'm gonna have to repot that, get rid of some of those back bulbs. It did bloom. You can see it in the back. This is a nice one. More Oncidiums. I think this is my Multassia Dark Star Orchid Works. And then another Oncidium over here. The leaf dropping is kind of normal for the old leaves. That's okay, provided the new leaves look good. This one I noticed the old leaves do tend to fall off, which is normal, but the new leaves come in nicely. This is the one that I repotted with you guys in my Oncidium Cure video, and it's growing really well. Unfortunately, this is one of my favorite mini phals. I showed you this on my Amazon video, and it had spider mites, and this leaf started declining very quickly, so I'm a little nervous about it. I may not make it, but we have a spike coming in. Back here we have a keiki of the Phalaenopsis bastianii. I got this from Stefan Van Camp and Lewis, so that one's growing really nice. Another Oncidium over here. My Amboinensis in the back left. That one keeps blooming all the time. It's growing nicely. It's in a big pot. Some of my paths. This little seedling phal isn't doing the best, but it lost one of its leaves, but we'll see what happens. And then when we go down here, we got a lot of my big phals. So this one is Norman's World to the right. We have another phal back there. And this one is my first Phalaenopsis orchid. It's got a nice spike that's growing almost to the light, so I gotta do something. And then that in the back is my biggest Phalaenopsis orchid. Let me see if I could show you this. I need to do something. Those spikes are way too long and curling over, which I don't mind. It's gonna make a nice cascade, but if it grows, if it starts pushing buds and I get this out, I'm gonna break the spike, so I need to be careful. I also have to be careful that the leaf doesn't burn there, so I'm gonna have to move that. But these are most of my Phalaenopsis. Not all of them, I don't have everything here, but these are a lot of my phals. Moving over, we have more Cattleyas here. My Maxillaria tenifolias are to the right. This one is my Dendrobium delicatum that we repotted together. It's doing well. Dendrobium New Hope Mini is here. String of Hearts, variegated right here. I bought that over the summer. Look at how much it's grown. I'm worried the cat is gonna get a hold of it at some point, but it's growing really nicely. So it's pretty long. I'm excited for my LC trick or treat. 11, count them, 11 buds. Wine Leopard Xinhua is in the back. Notice it's wrinkled. I need to keep up with the watering a little better on that or repot it, but I don't like that. Let me zoom in so you could see it. See? I may have to repot or something. I might be losing roots or just not getting hydrated enough, but that's something I'm monitoring. That's something you got to keep an eye out for. So this one is stressed and I got to do something. I'm just going to water it a little bit more and see if it resolves. If not, I'm going to repot it. It might be something up with the roots. Patinera Barana Beauty Barana that I repotted a couple months ago with you guys. That's doing well. And I got this jade plant from my friend Anne, and that's a new addition. I don't have any jade plants, but she has a 10-year-old massive jade plant that had a bunch of babies, and she gave that to me, and she told me I only have to water once a month in the winter. I was like, that's pretty sweet. We have some Cattleyas. I'm moving these out of semi-hydro at some point. You guys have seen this one in bloom, but I'm doing it slowly. Here's my Cattleya pecaviensis in the back. They're all just really outgrowing their pots, and I don't love the grow method. Here's my Cattleya valkyriana. It looks kind of stressed, so I need to do something soon. Yeah, I may have waited too long. Sometimes when they get this dehydrated, it's not great. It has a new growth, so this one's gonna be a priority, but that's been on me for not being on top of it. But semi-hydro seems to work well for some orchids, not all of them though. Some of them do thrive in it, but I'm noticing it's hit or miss. Here's my Vandas and a lot of other Cattleya orchids. A lot of my Neophenicias are here. After I repotted my Vandas, I noticed some of them dropped some bottom leaves, but are starting to look good, and they're pushing out leaves. So there's my Vanda Vietnamica. A lot of bottom leaves fell when I repotted and got it out of semi-hydro, but I think it's okay because it's pushing out a lot of new leaves up top, and that's all new, so that's a good sign. But repotting does stress an orchid out. Here's some of the others. They're doing well. We got some new roots coming in. That's a good sign. I do have to keep on top of all of the watering though. Clay and moss, it dries pretty fast. Here's my Neophenecia falcata that didn't do so well. It took a while to adjust, but now it's starting to push out some new roots, which is amazing. So I think this is gonna be okay, but this was the one that was really bushy that declined in semi-hydro. More Cattleyas. My Cattleya Clandier is right back there. That one's growing nice. And then we have some Dendrobiums here. And this Vanda, the one that I said I don't think is gonna make it, I don't think it will. I didn't even bother repotting it, but that's on me. It's just so far gone that I didn't think it was gonna push through. I should have done something though. Here's some of my Australian dendrobiums. I've had these 2 years. This one right here and the one in the back there. They haven't bloomed. I got them from Sunset Valley Orchids. They're growing very nicely though. Good anthocyanin on it, so it's getting a lot of good light. Here's the ID for this one. I can't wait to see them because they're fragrant, and I don't have that many Australian dendrobiums. This one is Caulocatlia Ethel's Paradise. I will show you this on the monthly update. This is a cutie. 3rd time it blooms for me. The cat keeps eating it though, so it's kind of annoying. And these are some Cattleyas that I recently repotted. This one was way overdue for repot, and it was stressed when I moved it. Kind of normal. I waited way too long, but it's starting to adapt, and I think it's going to be okay, but it's going to lose some of the old leaves. That's on me, but I think it's going to be okay. Okay, I'm going to show you my Hoyas now. They're huge. When I started getting these, I didn't expect them to be so big, but check them out. It's like a jungle here. This is my Finlaysonii, my Croniana Super Silver, Retusa right there. That's a pretty nice one. This one is Crimson Queen with the variegation on the outside. I have my Princess on a window. Bilobata, this one never bloomed for me. And this is my Macrophylla Albo Marginata. This one's pretty cool. I like the leaves. My string of pearls died. I should get rid of that, but I haven't. Carnosa, this one blooms for me all the time. And then my Cumingiana, it bloomed once and never bloomed again, but it's growing like a beast, but I hope to see blooms on it again. And then more Hoyas here. My Lacunosa is struggling. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm not keeping up with the watering enough, but I noticed the leaves are yellow. I don't know, maybe too much light or something. I don't know. Here is my Valkyriana piece that broke off. I'm keeping it in some water. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but I put it in a cup and I spray it pretty regularly. And then some other Hoyas. Carrii to the right, Pachiclata, CV Ruthie over here. I think this one is Obovata, Albo Marginata, and then plain Obovata there. This is the philodendron I got when I was in DR last year. It's grown quite a lot just from a little node. It's so wild. I showed it to my aunt. She came to stay with me over the summer. She was amazed because I cut it right from her tree, and it was like this tiny little speck that I took, like just a little tiny node, and it's huge now. We have a couple of others. These are not all of my Hoyas. I have some in my bedroom, but this is just a few of them, some of my newer additions. My Mindorensis, my Nune Yellow, my Ficii. Now, oh, I forgot to give you an update on this. This was the rescue orchid that I put in the Sphag and bag method. So it has not pushed out any new roots yet. I keep the bag open. It's still alive, but it's not really thriving. A lot of people had comments on it about how it doesn't work for them. And for some people it works, but I still have it in there. It has not pushed anything yet. It's not dead, but it's already been a while, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But I will keep you updated on progress on that one. That's pretty annoying though that there's nothing yet. So I'll keep you updated here. And then we have a couple of others. It's not all perfect here. Like this one is my Miltonia Sunset. The leaves are always ugly on that one, but good root growth. I'm gonna have to repot at some point. My Jewel Orchid, I moved it back because my cat was eating through it, unfortunately. Then we have some other Cattleyas over here. This one is a Valkyriana White, Alba, Twinkle right here. And then we've got some other little ones. I have a Dowiana seedling in the back, the one with the 2 leaves to the sides, and some other little stuff. And then down here we have some of my phals. This one is the Phalaenopsis bellina. Back there we have a Paphiopedilum that I struggle with. I've struggled with that one for a while. I need to repot it. My Equestris cerulean, so beautiful. And some other files over here. These are mostly like summer blooming type files. The shelves are just so crowded. So this is my a Cattleya dendrobium shelf. So I repotted a lot of these. I moved them from semi-hydro and I'm moving them to these 5-inch pots here. They seem to be working out pretty well. This is my Phacelis. It's growing nicely here. This one is my Dendrobium Angel Baby Little Darling. So cute with the gardenia fragrance. And some more Cattleyas. So this one is Mark Jones by Richard Mueller. It's almost done. And I noticed it was hydrated similar to the Wine Leopard. The leaves were very, very wrinkled. So I started watering a little bit more, 3 times a week, and it plumped back up. So I'm going to do that with Wine Leopard. If not, I'll repot and inspect the roots. But you can see how crowded this shelf is. Here is my Darwinara Rainbow Stars or Vanda Rainbow Stars. This one here is a Dendrobium Kingianum hybrid. This one is Jonathan's Dark Glory. It's got a spike coming in. I got that from Paula after accidentally killing the one from Michael McCarthy. Here's a Cattleya Dowiana that I got from Michael McCarthy. It was a little dehydrated, so I've been watering a little bit more, and it's got a new growth coming in. Vicky Andrews. This Phalaenopsis right here is the Phalaenopsis Sogo Reflex, and it's got some new buds on the way. And I got a couple of new additions from my mom that she was downsizing a little bit, and she gave me a couple more. So this BLC Topaz Impact. This one is the Patanera Hawaiian Charisma Hawaii. It's very reliable to bloom. It just opened this morning. I'll highlight it in my monthly update. And then I got a couple more that are new. So right here, we have this ID here. This was a nice one, so I took it. I killed mine. So I gotta repot those, but this is a nice shelf. Up top, I'm gonna move these out of semi-hydro slowly. This is my Jerry Refilled Paradise Fuchsia. We have a Dendrobium blooming in the back. This one is the Rhyncholelia digbyana. This grows really slow, but this one is fine in the grow method so far. And then these are some of the issues I have. So when they're growing, sometimes the growth's pushed down, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. But yeah, just a lot of Cattleyas that have to be repotted at some point. This one is an emergency though, check it out. Ugh, this is all on me. Like, look at how this is growing. So I need to do something on that fast. That's the Intermedia Gigasalba. So I've been quite behind. And then, let me show you the rest of my Cattleyas. These are my big Cattleyas. These are 7-inch pots. I had a lot of spider mites on these. You could see some of the damage you see in the back there, but this is all under control. Oh, we have a bud there. I didn't notice that. That's my BLC Prada Green Deluxe. I didn't even realize that. And then we have some others. They're all very close together. They no longer have spider mites, but I'm watching it. You could see the damage. I showed you this in my thrips video and spider mite video, but they're all under control. I have a lot of new orchids, like my birthday new additions and stuff that I still have quarantined just to make sure that I don't introduce anything. But you have to be that way with a big collection or else you have a big problem in your hands. This one is the BLC Hinseng Greenworth, which will bloom soon. And that is pretty much it. I forgot to show you my catasetums. I have them on top there. And some Dendrobiums. My Gatton Sunray is there. I still need to give it some more light. That one is pretty big. But that is my collection. And my plan is to figure something out with this rug. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it here or move it. I'm leaning towards moving it so I could get a desk in here. I just haven't added the desk because I've been undecided about the rug. And then put a desk on this wall. And then I can record more videos in here, do repotting in here, and just sit down and monitor my plants a little bit better. But this is the collection right now. Hope Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully over time I will do more from that room instead of from here. I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that rug and then get that desk in there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you soon. Bye everyone.